Welcome back to Beautifully Complex. I'm Penny Williams, and today's episode, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. This one is really for your heart. Because if you're listening to this podcast, I know that you are carrying a lot. I know it because I've been there. Parenting a neurodivergent kid is beautiful, yes, but it can also feel lonely and confusing and sometimes impossibly heavy. I want you to know right now that you are not alone. You're not broken, and neither is your kid. Today, I just want to talk to you briefly through 5 things that I believe that every parent of a neurodivergent kid needs to hear. These are 5 truths that I hope are going to feel like a soft place to land, a reminder that you're seen, you're heard, and you belong here. We've got you. So let's take a breath together, in for 4, out for 6. Maybe unclench your jaw, roll your shoulders back. Let's lean in together. Number 1 thing that I want you to know is you are not failing. So many of us live with this quiet hum of guilt and blame and shame. That voice that's telling you, if only I had been more patient, if only I knew the right strategy, if only I could just hold it together, maybe my kid would be doing better. But here's the truth, it's not a failure of yours. Struggling does not mean that you're failing. Your kids' challenges are not a reflection of your inadequacy. They're a reflection of your kid's nervous system, their wiring, and their lived experience. You're not supposed to have all the answers, people. You're supposed to show up imperfect and human and just keep going, keep trying. And you're doing that. You're here listening right now. You care enough to keep learning and showing up. And that, my friends, is the opposite of failing. The second thing that I think you need to hear is that your child isn't broken. They're not a problem to fix. When the world tells us our kids are too much or that they're not enough, it plants a real seed of doubt. And it's easy to wonder, is something wrong with them? But I want to be very clear here. Your kid is not broken. They do not need fixing. What they need is understanding, support, and the space and acceptance to be exactly who they are. Neurodivergence is not a deficit, it's a difference. Yes, there's going to be struggles. Yes, their path may not look like the neighbors or the cousins or the one that you imagined, but that does not make it less worthy. Your child's worth is not up for debate, and neither is yours. The third thing that I want every parent of a neurodivergent kid to know is that you don't have to do this alone. Isolation is one of the hardest parts of this journey. Your friends of neurotypical kids don't get it. Your family sometimes judges your parenting, your kids' behavior. Schools might completely miss the mark with a neurodivergent student. It can feel like you're the only one who's fighting this battle in the trenches, but you are not meant to carry this by yourself. Community with other parents who get it changes everything. Whether it's other parents walking that similar path, professionals who really see your kid, or spaces like this podcast and my free Beautifully Complex community. We need each other. I became a community builder for parents because I needed that community. The truth is, when you share your story, you're giving someone else permission to share theirs. And suddenly that loneliness starts to loosen its grip. Number 4, you matter too. This one is hard for so many of us to accept because when our kid has high needs, it feels like there is no room left for you. But the reality is your nervous system matters just as much as your child's nervous system. Your regulation is their roadmap. Your well being is not optional, it's essential. It is essential to your mission of being the best parent that you can be. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. I'm going to say that again, and I want you to really let it resonate. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's survival, it's modeling, it's giving your child the gift of a parent who can breathe and who can bend without breaking. So please, folks, please drink the water, take the walk, ask for help, not because it's convenient, but because you deserve it. And my fifth thing that I want every parent of a neurodivergent kid to hear is that healing takes time. And being a human is one giant healing experience, you guys. We live in a world that wants quick fixes and tidy answers, but parenting a neurodivergent kid isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. There will be progress and there will be setbacks. There will be moments of triumph and moments of deep exhaustion. And that does not mean that nothing's working. Oh, I used to fall into that mental trap over and over. If something isn't working, if we slide backwards, that must mean that I'm getting it all wrong. I'm missing it. But what it actually means is that healing is happening in layers. Every small shift counts. Every connection you nurture is building something that's really lasting. So be gentle with your timeline. Let that timeline stretch to meet the needs of your kid. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about staying the course. It's about being optimistic and knowing that you'll get there. It's about moving forward that one teeny tiny small step at a time. So, to you, those parents who are listening in your car, on a walk, maybe you're hiding in the bathroom for a moment of peace, I want you to carry these 5 truths with you. You are not failing. Your child is not broken. You do not have to do this alone. You matter too. And healing takes time. This journey is hard, but you're not alone in it. You're part of a community of parents who are rewriting the story of what it means to raise complex kids. And together we're learning to see behavior not as a problem, not as a bad kid, but as a signal of a need. To parent not from fear or shame, but from connection and compassion. Thank you for spending these few short minutes with me today. If this episode spoke to you, share it with a friend who might need to hear these words too. It is so important to give everyone a sense that they are seen and heard and understood. Sharing this episode might be just the thing that pulls someone from a pit of being stuck and realizing that they are not alone. And remember, you and your child are worthy just as you are, just as you are. Until next time, when I see you again, take good care.